Good evening, everybody. Welcome to a kind of surprise live radio. And I am in the Newbie area at the moment. One of the things that we've actually had requests over the last couple of weeks, especially since the Epic Store came out, is that we have had a request for tutorials, how to get started. So what I thought I'd do is I would restart my my good old Epic account and just go for a quick guide round the Newbie area, so see what's there. Now at the moment you can just assume that I have finished the tutorial. I've got my pilot's license, and I can now free reign, and that's my 300 arcs from Frontier, which is always good. Now this is actually an interesting bit. If we go to the, we can see here the Newbie Zone, and we'll just put it through to the map properly. I see all these 10 systems are all about, every single one with one of these icons is the Newbie Zone. And it's fair to say that in here you can basically sample most of what Elite Dangerous can offer in a kind of safe environment. If you are attacked by somebody else, that other person will be chucked out of the group, and the rebuy costs are going to be very, very cheap. Now, at the moment, I actually have a mission. You get one of these missions when you start. So you get Welcome to the Galaxy, and they ask you to take just head over to Mawson Dock. Now, you're probably there thinking, okay, Mawson Dock, that doesn't sound too bad. You can see that you got the little blue icon to show that it's in the Drummy system. Now, I think I should point out a few things as you're new, to anybody new here. You'll see there's about 5 systems here that are all grey. Now, this comes from the economy tab here. Now, this will actually show you what systems, what they specialise in. So, obviously, where I'm at the moment is Manette, and that is very famous for agricultural. It says so right there. So, what can you take from an agricultural world to this one, which is high tech? Well, basically, they like to eat. So what you can do is you can actually go onto the system. Now this is an E-rated Sidewinder. It's brand new, so there's going to be nothing there. And I will just, let's see, what can we buy? Well, animal meat and coffee cost more than what we've got. Grain should be okay, so if we stock up with 4 tons of grain, and then you can either, oh, is that out of range? I hope that's not out of range. Let's have a look. And if you do plot, it will tell you the route. Yep. 7 light years. Should be able to make it. Fingers crossed. Now, as you're a newbie, you will have the automatic launch systems. You will also have the docking computer, the advanced docking computer. So that means it's all hands-free to start with, which is always good.
Ship released. Departure authorized.
Always nice to have a nice. Oh, we've got another newbie about. Oh, he's not, because he's in an Eagle. So that's someone who's been playing around in the Newbie Zone for a little while, because they've got something more than the starter Sidewinder. Now, at this moment in time, if I look over here on the modules, you'll see these are all E-rated and G-rated and things like that. So effectively the lowest of the low. Now the most you can actually get while in the Newbie Zone is a D-rated piece of equipment, with the exception of maybe some better guns like beam lasers, but we'll touch on that at another point. So now I can't actually jump to this system because it's blocked by the planet, so this is an interesting little tip for everybody starting out. You've got two modes: hyperspace, supercruise. Most important thing to know about supercruise is that it has what is known as the 7-second rule. So if you do not have the autopilot, the best way to approach a body when in supercruise is to you see where that marker there says 1 year. That's actually your time on target, and when that reduces down to 7 seconds, it's best then to reduce the throttle to just below where the blue marker is, down at the bottom here, and that will glide you in. But to begin with, you don't have to worry about that to begin with, because you've got the autopilots, which are fantastic, by the way. And into hyperspace we go. So, we have now arrived at our new system. Bind the key to 75% for the win. That is also a very good point. Thank you, Scott. What I would say though is hot ass. I much prefer it, because the hot ass will always override those bindings, unfortunately. Oh, and the hot ass decides to play silly buggers as well sometimes. Good old X-52s. Right. So let's see, where are we going? There's Mawson Dock. And that's still not working right. Bear with me. I just adjust the wire, because if that gets loose, the joysticks don't act correctly. Your sound has died here. I'm sorry about that, Scott. I can't really help. This is going out via Restream, which is a bit of a problem. So let's Mawson Dock, Supercruise Assist, line up, and let the autopilot take all the hard work. So that's quite nice and easy. Oh, someone's got a Viper, but you can also see that they're harmless. So you know that's nothing to worry about. So I'll just tell Scott that I don't know what's about. The sound on Facebook seems to have gone. So, Mawson Dock, high-tech world. And if I get this right, I will get myself 10,000 credits. And considering I started with 1,000, that's quite good. I must admit, that is a very nice view. I'm going to switch on the head look so I can look around the cockpit. Slowing down for the auto dock, and we have two other people here. We've got Dip and Flex. Well, we've got quite a few of you. I think I'll just say hello to everybody. Now, you might actually see this quite a lot if you're a newbie. You'll see Other people say 07 commanders. Now that is supposed to be a salute. Or 07. It's supposed to be a salute, you see. So if you get that, that's normally from a friendly commander. Normally if someone fires in you, that's not a friendly commander. So, you know. And dock away. Let's leave the docking computer to do all the hard work for us. Now, when you're approaching the pad, have a look at the pad closely. You'll see these arrows at the bottom, just above the blue bits. That tells you the... Oh, hang on.
Access starport services from the menu in the center of your dashboard. Then select a mission board from the general services list on the left of the presented screen. You'll be able to hand in your assigned mission to the Pilots Federation representative here. This will formally complete the mission.
That's nice of him. Sorry, refuel. Go down. And, I'll switch off the head look because it can be disorientating. Start support services. Along to the mission board. Welcome to the galaxy. I'll have my 10,000 credits, please.
You've proven that you can travel between systems and navigate the mission board. From this point on, you'll be choosing your own missions. A variety of contracts are available throughout the galaxy that require a skilled pilot. Once again, there are training missions available to practice a variety of controls and challenges. The pilot's handbook, found in the internal interface panel, also provides a wealth of advice on most
That's these here.
I'll look forward to watching your progress, Commander. Make us proud. This is Theo Acosta, signing off.
Right. All done. Starport services then. And look at this. I have made some profit. 2,216 creds profit as well on top for a nice little bit of trading. Now, just to make people aware, there are a whole load of extra trading tools that will help you work out what goods move from which system to where. Now, if I go down to here, you can click on Show Trade Routes. And okay, that looks very complicated at the moment, but you can then filter these things out like this. So you go, okay, take away consumer items, take away all that stuff, and you'll see that there is an awful lot of technology which goes back from the Dromi system down to Manette. And basically this helps you find profitable trade routes, which is always useful. But the upshot of all this is things normally work in a kind of circle. The main systems are, we've got industrial systems here in yellow, refinery systems, agricultural systems. So you can see the agricultural system there. There's Manette. And there's actually extraction systems, these ones in red. Plus also you might come across every now and again these purple systems. Now the purple systems are military systems. We'll head to that one in a bit. Very good for producing weapons. Or consuming weapons that are created by high tech, for instance. But normally it will go, food can go anywhere from agricultural worlds. Industrial worlds normally produce machines that are needed by both agricultural and high-tech worlds, and refineries. Refineries produce alloys and raw materials which are needed by both industrial and high-tech worlds. Extraction worlds basically are the base materials which have been mined out of planets or mined out of rings. And yeah, so those are the basic systems that that trade handles. Now you do have other things like tourism and colonies and things like that, but they're more advanced than what you need to worry about at the moment. For instance, yeah, this one here is a colony. Colonies, they just consume. So basically, it's a good thing. It's a good place to ship goods to. But unless you can get some missions there, you ain't going to get taking anything away from there. Maybe apart from bio-waste. And there's only one thing that bio-waste is good for, and that's going back to agricultural worlds, because they love their bio-waste over there. So as you can see, in this newbie area, you've got most of the economy types, but there's something special about this military one, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. I don't know whether or not they've put it on the mission board, but it's always be useful to look. So most of these are actually okay. Take it things to here, do massacre missions, interact with hub data access. Yeah. Now for those missions, you need a planet side. You need planet side equipment, and to tell you the truth, I'm not going to have space for that on my Sidewinder at the moment. But one of the things we can do actually is upgrade her, because, well, she needs it. Now you'll also get this wonderful, yeah, that's what Colin looks like, Bew. I am so sorry. I feel very sorry. Right, this is our ship, as you can see here. It's got this wonderful, nice, free paint job that everybody gets. So, I will buy some stuff. Sounds good. So the power plant is loaned. First thing you do, just great. I'll have that as a new power plant. Thank you. And slightly faster thrusters might be nice as well. Excellent. So I've got a better ship than I had before, but as you can see, I've got hardly any cash, so I'm going to do some missions. So onto the mission. It's a courier job. Destination Dromi. Saucer return 4 units of grain. That's fine. Units of uranium, fish. Now, grain and fish you can both get from the agricultural world, which is pretty good. It delivers 6 units of basic medicines. Actually, have I got enough cargo space? That's interesting. Cargo space inventory. I've only got 4 tons, so I can't deliver that. So I'm delivering a lot of stuff. So I could head back to Manette, where I just came from. And that might be a good idea, because then I can bring back the fish. Like so. So let's see. Oh, hang on. Outfitting. Do we have any other room? We do. So I'm going to buy a new cargo rack. Oh, I can't. Yes, I can. Right, I bought a new cargo rack there, so that gives me 6 tons. Back to the mission board. So to deliver 6 units of basic medicine. I'll have that.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Which is great. And then say I'll bring back 6 tons of fish. Oh, it's now no longer valid. That's the mission board updating in the background. Have I got that then? Yep. So I've got 6 days. Oh, this is interesting actually, because if you're in the navigation panel, if you ever see these little exclamation marks down the side, those are warnings. Those are warnings that are saying you might be out of your depth. There'll be pirates and ne'er-do-wells around there, so you'll have to be careful. So let's have a look. Back to Manette, which is right there. Route unavailable. Well, it is available, thankfully, and that's where we want it to be. So we'll plot the route there. So this should just be a quick round trip. And hopefully at the end of this we will have a brand new whole load of cash which we can spend on stuff.
Ship released. Departure authorized.
Oh, this is one problem about using the autopilots. Thankfully, though, you can just override them. Oh, Type 9 Heavy's coming through. Well, tough. Now, if I'd impacted him, then I would have been in trouble. 100 credit fine for reckless flying. Wait for the mass lock indicator to go. And we're away. Now, in each of these systems, you'll probably find interesting things to do, such as one of the things to investigate could be the unidentified signal sources. Now, if you want to know what every unidentified signal source is in a system, there's a simple trick to find out. And that's this one. You select the nav beacon. Now hopefully we won't have anybody who's interested in us when we visit the nav beacon, because bad guys sometimes hang around there. Do that. Hopefully we'll be able to... Nope, we missed it. The only person to do a loop of shame with the autopilot on. Come on. There is an awful lot of hurry up and wait in this game sometimes. Now, if I select the nav beacon itself, your Sidewinder will scan it. And then once it's complete, it will tell you everything that's in that system. And here you can see we've got, you know, an agricultural installation, resource extraction sites. Actually, those are good places for bounty hunting, especially if they're low. So I think what I'll do is I will... Actually, no, we're going to complete the mission first, I think. Now what's happening here is that I have a disruptive mass, which means there are bigger ships around than me which stop you leaving. It's one of the problems when a little ship is that you have to outrun the big ones in order to get away. And sometimes those big ships move faster than you do, so... And here you can see these things here, these weapons fire, encoded emissions, those were unidentified signal sources before, and normally you can investigate them as you want. Weapons fire normally means there's a pirate attack happening, so you can interfere. Convoy dispersal patterns are the same thing, and if you're lucky, well, or unlucky, depending how you were, if you go to the agricultural installation, sometimes it might come under attack and you'll be asked to defend or attack it, which is always good for a laugh. So, align with target destination, 300 light seconds away, and away we go. Just get rid of those. So I've got my... You can see here that these are the cargo, but it's got a little mission icon next to it, which means that, effectively, you shouldn't sell it. Because this is the... There is a little bit of a gotcha, if you like. Is once you dock, and you've got these mission items, don't sell them at the marketplace. Hand them in on the mission board, because otherwise you'll have to go and get some more ones to replace it, and you don't want to do that. And finally, there is Collio Station. Now, after you're approached closer than 7.5, you should be good to kick off the autopilot. Oh good, we're not in a queue. That should be fine. So you can see here, deliver 6 basic units. Instead of going to the marketplace, I go to here, deliver all 6 items, complete, hand in the money.
Incoming message.
There we go. So, sterling work, Commander. Oil, beef, hooked. Be careful with that one. I'll happily work with you again. That's good to know. And if you look here, you can see that they've got more missions for you to run, which are all quite, interesting. And we've practically doubled our money, 22,000 credits. But we're not finished, because we have promised to source 6 units of fish. So if we go back to here, we can now afford 6 units of fish.
Maximum capacity.
But that's not all we can do, because if we go to outfitting, we can then optional internal buy another cargo rack if we wanted, which is exactly what we're going to do. Now, let's see. Is there anything which is delivering 2 units to anywhere? 2 units of coffee. That's going to Otigene, which is further away. No, 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 no. Well, there's nothing there I fancy doing, so instead I will just take 2 tons of animal meat.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Oh, and I've been promoted to mostly penniless. Look at that, already. Now that I've been promoted to mostly penniless, if I leave the Newbie Zone and dock at any other station, I'm ejected out of the starter zone, which I don't want to do just yet because there's an awful lot to do. So there's more stuff I want to show people. So back to the galaxy map. Back to dummy. Oh. Hello. There. Now I could set up bookmarks and things like that, but we're not going to be here that long. So that's us back to there. Now, interestingly enough, another newbie tip, I know this voice, who's speaking? Hello, Andy Pipkin. Nice of you to join us on Twitch. Yeah. It's a pain. Right. Sorry about that. So we should be good to go. And back off on the next trade run. Oh, damn, of course, I forgot. I forgot to check for new missions. Never mind.
Detach confirmed. You are clear to leave.
Ooh, Cobra. Another queue. The other good thing about the autopilots is you can actually do some nice external views and not worry. About flying the ship, so you get some nice views of the stations that you leave. Oh, we've got a Scarlet Crate error. I've never had one of those before. Andy Pipkin, it's Commander Phoenix to fire. I'm doing a tutorial for the newbies. Hello, blind as a bat. Login lost. Well, I have never seen that before. The Epic Store just crashed. Let's see if we can get Elite Dangerous back. Oh, I'm not recording. I'm streaming. We do multiple streams these days. I'm still flabbergasted about the that error we just had. Normally a Scarlet Crate comes along if there's too many people connected at once, but it seemed the entire client went, which was a bit of a shocker. Oh, we're getting it back now. You've had that error quite a few times in the last couple of days. Sorry to hear that. We don't know what's happened to it. I've never seen. Must admit, I do like the fact that the Newbie Zone is rammed full of people at the moment. I'd rather have these kind of occasional crashes, back into open, as always, than it just being completely like solo. Because lately, I've come to really appreciate the open mode, especially in this lockdown. Right, shall we try that again? Oh, 400 arcs this time. Huh. It didn't even register me leaving the station. Right, mission board. Ah, yes. Right, this is the other thing I wanted to show everybody last time. This Exploring the Galaxy mission. If you select this mission and you dock with a station outside the Newbie Zone, that's it. You're out for good. You start getting this mission once you've gone up one of the ranks. So mostly harmless, mostly penniless, mostly aimless. Now the trick is, you don't have to leave until that's done, which is always useful. Ah, bloomin' heck, what's going on here? Ah, bloomin' lavebot. Ah. So what you can actually do is you can go around all the stations in the Newbie Zone and collect those missions. Then you leave the Newbie Zone and dock at a decent station. You'll have 600,000 credits to start with. That's enough to get a Cobra. And when you start with a Cobra, it gives you a big leg up. Problem is, I find that kind of... You lose something from the game if that happens, which is a bit of a shame. Right, where were we? Okay, we were leaving. Fingers crossed that this will work. Up we go. Ooh. Exploring the galaxy. There we go. They're just essentially telling you exactly what we had to deal with. And again, waiting in a queue. There aren't even any other players here. Sod it. I can't be bothered sometimes. Follow the greens on the way out. Let's go. Galaxy map. And back to there. Excellent. Oh, have we still got our... Yep, animal meat and fish. That's good.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
And into Super Cruise just to get round that planet. 07 Anthony, nice of you to join us. I am just doing a kind of guide to the Newbie Zone.
Frameshift drive charging.
Nice to have you with us. Hopefully I'll be able to show you the hidden secret in the Newbie Zone, which I only discovered when I got into my Epic account. I didn't know that this existed. It's probably actually old hat. Oh, we've got Warrant. But we're not going to annoy Wart. See, it's quite ironic because when you are in open in the real game, when you see a square like that,
Temperature critical.
you do end up with a little bit of a gut feeling in your stomach unless you get an 07. But then again, that could be a subtle bluff. Oops, someone's close by. Oh, look at this! Oh no, he's not a player. Oh, sorry, Pac-Man. Actually, I did a whole load of this when the original game came out. And that was 6 years ago. I did a guide to the iBooty sector, but I think it's still in beginning of Top Shift somewhere. Yep. Oh well, thanks, Anthony. Glad we got you through a lot of night shifts. Always nice to hear from a fellow night owl. Wedge Unlowness on an Asp Scout. Oh. So we've got Mona behind us. You wouldn't want to argue with that. And here we have Moss and Doc.
JAC all crew meet me at Diso. This is the Flight Operations Department. Please comply with established docking procedures, Commander.
Quest docking.
Landing permit is declared for landing on docking bay 15. You are clear for automated approach, Commander.
Lots of night shifts. Come on, eventually. And down we go. tiny sidewinder on a big pad. Bang.
Touchdown confirmed. Docking restraint.
Right. Why do I use a DC? A DC? A docking computer. Because I'm in the newbie area. Because I'm trying to show off that it's actually quite easy to fly. My other accounts, the alternative accounts, don't have the docking computers. Plus also, it does allow you to do a lot of really nice external views flying out the station. It's always good. Anyway, yeah, mission board. So we are sourcing for fish. So we'll give them their fish and complete it. And that's another 20,000 credits. Thank you very much. Now, if I accept this mission here again, that means next time when I leave the area, that's 200,000 credits that they'll give me for getting out of the area. Right. Now, let's sell this animal meat. Oh, look at that. Must have been 500 credits a ton at least. Let's see, you never use the docking computer. Yeah, I don't blame you. Although I must admit the docking computer is quite nice just to relax with. You know, when you're just that last moment, you just go, oh, sod it, just hit the docking computer. Right. Now, the secret which I hinted at, which people probably already know, is that in Orna, you'll see that that is a military system. And I'm going to go to Fazong Base. Yeah, the autopilot in Frontier Elite 2 and for Frontier First Encounters, you couldn't manage without it. It was incredible. Right, so, before I forget, so Orna. Now, are there any missions that we can go to Orna? Deliver... Nope, nobody wants anything taken to Orna. So, let's see. Galaxy map. Now you can see it's a military system. If I select this here, I will see that it likes HE suits, aluminium and titanium. That sounds easy enough. Play with anyone around the world. But, yeah. Normally, if I'm in the right time zone and you see me in the area, yeah, just send us a wing request. Right. So, does this have HE suits? I think it does. Yeah, it does. So we'll take 8 tons of HE suits.
At maximum capacity.
Auto launch. Ah, yeah. I'm spending more time in my elite in my spaceship cockpit than I am in my real life at the moment. Because at least I can go somewhere in this, virtually. Oh, hello. Ah, yeah, it's exploring the galaxy. Right, we've seen that one. That one. That one. An awful lot of newbie sidewinders. Oh! Nice flying there, Sparkereg. Bit of a close call, but never mind. Anything you can do, I can do better. Wait for that mass lock to go.
Frameshift charge detected.
And away we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Now, you'll find most of the activities that you can... Yeah, it's a good job there wasn't a T9 coming the other way. Otherwise we'd have splattered Sidewinder everywhere.
Incoming mission critical message.
Exploring the galaxy. Yeah, okay. That's the one downside, you'll keep on getting nagged to leave. Oh, it's right behind us, that's fine. So, like I said, 7-second rule if you're not using the autopilot. So just keep that at 7 seconds and you will not overshoot. Oh. 6 you could possibly get away with, but as soon as it hits 5, you're going to do the loop of shame. Or the loop of reconnaissance.
Incoming mission critical message.
Ah, see, you get nagged every time you turn into an instance. Maybe you should hold off doing that until doing the last loop before you want to leave. Because I don't think I can abandon that. Oh, I can. There you go. Yeah. I think I've got most of the originals. I've got an Amiga emulator to play the Amiga version of Frontier. Oh, hang on. Got me chatting without issuing a docking request.
Request approved. Clear to land at docking bay 2 Niner. You are approved for automated docking.
You can turn in at 3 by keeping yourself between the planet and your target. Yeah, I suppose you can use the gravity as a brake, but I prefer... I normally prefer keeping to the 7-second rule. Yeah, I think I've played every single version. I've got a working version of Frontier First Encounters with the updated graphics. I still don't like the Newtonian flight model on that. Much prefer Elite Dangerous's. So we're going to sell this here. And sure enough, hopefully, HE suits, 4,000 credits profit. That's excellent for just a tiny, tiny ship. So you can see here I've now got 46,000 credits from, what, an hour's play? Now, in the olden days, when Elite Dangerous started, that would probably take you a good day to get that up from the Sidewinder. It just goes to show how much they're giving you a lot of a leg up. Now, what I was going to tell you is that if you looked in the system earlier in the navigation, you see all these resource extraction sites, but there's also all these conflict zones. Now, if you go to the mission board, you'll see Alpha Company and Omega Company. Now, these are basically set up by the Pilots Federation, and they allow you to practice combat zones, or what it's like to fly in a combat zone. And normally you will sometimes get a mission in the other systems to say fly to the military system, join one of the squadrons. So I normally find a small amount. I think that one would do. Harmless. Ooh, 7? That's an awful lot actually for just a Sidewinder. 10. Oh dear. 8. What about this one? 5. That's more like it. 7. 5. 3. Ah, it'll be even better. Right. So I am going to accept that. And also outfit the ship a little. So we're going to give this burst lasers. Yeah, I'll do. Notice that the restricted things you can buy here. There's no beam lasers, there's no major upgrades. Interesting. No stock for any of that stuff. Core internal. No, I should have updated those when I was last at the high-tech system. And shield generator. Oh, no, that's shield banks. Shield generators, here we go. No, it's just got an E. Ah. So, what you could do actually is replace one of these cargo racks with a shield generator. But the upshot is I've now accepted a mission to go and fight for one of the factions. And I think I'm almost out of time, so I hope that you've found this useful. The paint job is actually one you get for free with the game. Let's see, F1. Oh, hang on a sec, I will just go back to the starport surfaces. Livery. That's the emergence paint job, you get that for free. Now, we're in the middle of the, what do you call it, the 12 days of Christmas, so I've been getting plenty of free arcs to upgrade all these, but I'm going to save this account's free arcs for something else. So, I mean, that's your standard Sidewinder. Everybody has the standard Sidewinder. But I must admit, I do like that look. Right. Anything else to touch on before I disappear? I don't think so. I think I've covered over most of the basics tonight. Tomorrow night, I think we'll take this little Sidewinder out and see how it does against the conflict zone. It won't last long, I'll tell you. So basically, the first two rules I hope people have learned is the 7-second rule, and also the most important rule is never fly without a rebuy. Now, at the moment, my rebuy is 1,134 credits, and that effectively means I could probably buy another 30 rebuys on this. So I've got plenty of ships to lose. So with that, I will wish you all good night, and I will catch you up with you hopefully tomorrow night.